So are you taking the upcoming Management Gateway case study exam in November 2022 or February 2023? If yes, then you're at the right place, learning from my course, learning from this video, because this is a video that we have created specifically for this upcoming Gateway or Management case study exam in November 2022 and February 2023, where we speak about top exam questions, top exam issues, which we feel are ones that can really come up in the exam after analyzing the case study, after going through the case study, because the syllabus is so vast. A lot of times student gets stuck in the in the circle of revision, not knowing how to revise, what part to revise. These topics that we have chosen will give you clarity that okay, these are the bare minimum areas that I should have revised, I should have good knowledge about before I enter the exam hall, because they give you a good start and they give you just confidence in terms of what you must revise, what you must go through. I'm sure you are thinking, how do we accumulate these topics? How can you say that these 10 topics are going to come up, or any of these topics that we have identified can come up? First and foremost, we are registered tuition providers with CIMA. We are working with CIMA on very many case study projects, and obviously they're choosing to work with us because of our expertise, because of our pass rates, and because of all the other stuff. You'll see us on the CIMA Global website as well, and you'll see many webinars being done by us as well if you're part of some. So firstly, we can accumulate these topics because we are pre-scene experts. We have gone through the pre-scene in a very, very detailed way. We've studied the pre-scene in a very detailed way. We've really spent hours and hours going through the pre-scene, identifying what the company is. And then looking at our experience, we pick out some areas, some topics that are straight away popping out from the pre-scene, and we list them out for our students. We pick the underlying theme of pre-scene suggestions, where students tend to miss out on certain lines or certain indications. As registered providers, we'll obviously be able to pick it up better than students. With our experience, it's obviously a better outlook when we go through the pre-scene. So these topics have been developed after a whole lot of research, after a whole lot of time commitment that has gone into the pre-scene, where we've created a very detailed SWOT analysis on the pre-scene, value chain analysis on the pre-scene, to identify what the company is, what the direction of the company is, where the company is moving, why it's moving in a certain direction. All of that has been very clearly analyzed, and then some topics have been chosen which we feel are important, which we feel can be tested, and which we feel can be good for your preparation. Let me put it that way. So we use our experience and expertise to understand exam favorite topics. And then these topics are ones which we also include in our mock questions. Now with my students who go for my full course, we do 25 exam styled questions, which are exactly like the exam, which is over 75 topics that are being tested, because each question will test 2, 3, sometimes 4 topics as well. So if I take an average, close to 70 or 75 topics will be tested. So this is probably the most amount of practice that you can ever get from any CIMA tuition provider, because of the system that we have set. Now our questions are divided set wise, where we create a platform for you to learn, and in the end we make you do full 3-hour mock exams, exactly like the exam as well. But each question that you do with us is timed exactly like the exam. It's marked, corrected, and sent back with feedback. So professional marking is also included in all the questions that you do with us. So just imagine your level of preparedness. Just imagine how ready you are going to be to take on the exam. Because you've studied using my notes, you've studied using my pre-scene, you'll be given these important topics, you'll be doing mock questions on those topics, and then you take the exam. The exam is not going to be any different from what you practice with us. So that level of preparedness, if a tuition provider is giving you, you should not think twice and just go for it. And you can see all of my videos are very, very raw, very, very natural, very, very candid, because that's how we like to be. That's how we like to have a comfortable relationship with all our students. And as always, like I said, we are registered providers, so everything that comes from us will be well thought of, will be something that you can rely on, and it will definitely help with your preparation. Now, without further ado, enough of the introduction, I'll start with identifying the topics for you. The first topic that we are speaking about is digital aspects. Now, please note before I start that these topics that we have created for you, they're numbered 1 to 10. It doesn't mean that the first topic is the most important topic and the 10th topic is the least important topic. No, these are not chronologically arranged. They're just numbered 1 to 10 for better presentation. So, you can also remember them in an easier way. But it has nothing to do with importance. So, topic 1 is not the most important, that yes, it would definitely come up in the exam. Topic 10 is not the least important, that no, it does not have a chance to come up in the exam. All 10 topics and subtopics that we have identified are very important for preparation and all have a chance of coming up, because at the end of the day, it's a case study exam, so they can create a case from any topic from E2, P2 and F2. So it's very important for us to make sure that we look at all the I can statements, all the blueprint areas, and then identify the most relevant topics. And we've narrowed them down to 10 topic areas which you should revise before you enter the exam hall. First topic area is digital aspects. Now, each topic that I identify is obviously part of the blueprint, is obviously part of the core areas or the I can statements which CIMA has identified. And I'll leave the core area where you can find it. I'll leave the core area subsection where you can find it so that you can go back and revise as well. So this is part of your core area A. What type of questions can come up when you see digital aspects? A lot of things, start to run through your mind. What is the digital aspect? What are digital aspects? A lot of things can start to run through your mind. Now, if you look at our company that's been given to us, is called Playz. We are a toy retailer and we have our online website. But nothing has been mentioned about how we use the website. Is the website being used for data analysis, data mining, big data? None of that. So the application of big data to our business and its benefits and drawbacks can be a very realistic question that comes up. Secondly, you can have digital technology in our ecosystem. So how understanding our business model and then suggesting digital upgrades, how you can upgrade your business model digitally to serve customers better. This is very important. Again, E2 syllabus. How can we better the experience of our customers using our systems? So customer management systems. What is a digital ecosystem? Suggest a digital ecosystem that your company can follow. So these are questions which can very realistically come up in an exam scenario. I've identified them for you, that big data is part of your P2 syllabus. Your ecosystems are part of your E2 syllabus. The digital part is again part of your P2 syllabus. So these topic areas you can go back to E2, revise. Go back to P2, revise. So if a question regarding digital aspects comes up, you are ready to attack it and ready to get your marks and pass the exam. So see what we are doing. We're giving you the topic. We're giving you the kind of questions that can come up which are specifically relevant to our company Playz. And then when a student signs up with us, you will be doing questions with us exactly like the exam. Mock questions with us on these topics. So imagine your level of preparedness. If a digital aspect question comes up in the exam, you're ready to go. You're ready to answer it because you've practiced it. You've worked on it. You've gone through it with us. That is important, and that is the skill we are trying to develop over here. So important area 1 is the digital aspects, and the type of questions that can come up have been discussed over here. Next area we're speaking about is conflict resolution and business management of the business. Now this is also a very realistic exam scenario for our company Happy Playz because of the structure that our company is following. If you've gone through the pre-scene, you would know that the company has a functional structure and everything is very centralized, which means decisions are being taken at the center. Decisions are being taken by manager heads, and then your store managers have to simply follow them. And stores are set as profit centers. So there is a situation of a conflict arising in this dynamic, because profit centers are responsible for revenues as well as costs. But if they can't control everything, what's the point of this responsibility? So there is a chance of conflict happening, and this becomes a very realistic exam question for our company Happy Playz. So what type of questions can come up? The first one is a very clear, a very easy scenario where they may say that some of our store staff is being fired. How will you manage this redundancy process? How do you maintain confidence of your current employees? You may have to answer that. Second is, there can be a situation of a conflict between a manager and a store manager. That can also the central manager and the store manager. How do you deal with this conflict? How do you solve this conflict? How will you reward staff to keep them motivated? How will you appraise the performance of one department? What are financial KPIs, non-financial KPIs, financial indicators, non-financial indicators that you can use for our business? All of these are very, very realistic exam questions that do often come up. And this is a straight relation to your E2 syllabus. For this, you must study the topics of conflict management, balance scorecard, and performance measures straight from your E2 syllabus. So again, very realistic exam questions given to you, which are very specific to our company Happy Playz. Next topic we are speaking about is consolidation related, acquisitions, disposals related. This is part D and E of your core areas and majorly dealing with the F2 syllabus only. So you're seeing that my topics coincide, correlate with E2, P2 and F2, everything, because that's the nature of the exam. So yes, we include everything. What type of questions come up? Now, changes that could occur on consolidation, the consolidation processes. If we acquire a new company, let's say for example, Happy Playz acquires a new company to start a small manufacturing process of games. It wants to create its own games. It's possible, right? So how will that company be consolidated? What will be the process of consolidation? Why consolidation? That could be needed to be explained. No sums or no calculations, but you could be asked to explain the process. It's very realistic. Secondly, the potential impact of consolidating a foreign subsidiary. You could acquire a foreign company. So concepts of IAS 21 should be clear over here. Same way, the impact of acquisition on goodwill, impact on post-acquisition profits, impact on non-current assets. You should be able to explain that after a consolidation occurs, how will all of this change? This is one way any consolidation topic can be tested. They can ask you to provide an explanation. Same way, they can ask you relating fair value adjustments that occur on consolidation. What is a fair value adjustment? Why do we do it? They won't ask you a sum, but what, why, when, where, how, these are realistic questions that do come up. And for Happy Playz, this is a section which can be tested upon. And this is part of your F2 syllabus. So we must study the consolidation basics and adjust and the adjustments and the workings you can know in your own words, which you can then explain when the time comes. And trust me, without practice, none of this is ever going to be possible. You can always study everything, You'll always study everything that you want. You'll always study all the topics. But until and unless you have actually practiced, until and unless you have actually gone through, an explanation, an area where you've tested yourself in a timed scenario and then got it marked, professionally corrected, only then it adds value. And that is why we say going through these topics is important, but getting tested, actually practicing on mock questions is also very important, and that is why students choose to sign up with us. So important area 3 deals with acquisitions and disposals, which are important for happy Playz. So this was a very quick sneak peek into our entire top 10 issues. Now all of our issues are already ready. Mock questions are already made on them, and we are ready to give them to our students. The top 10 issues are very important to give you at least a benchmark that these are the most important areas that do often come up in the exam. I must know these areas. So the entire video is part, or the entire mock questions, the entire topic which are important are part of your studies with us if you choose to sign up with us. So if you've already found our material helpful, there's no point waiting. Visit our MCS page on our website, and you have two options to sign up with us. So sign up with us and you can get access to our full material. Start to study with us. If you have any questions, you can write to us on help@finntutors.com. That's our email, and somebody from the team will surely assist you. So I hope you found this video helpful. We have all our material ready. We are here to help, and let us know if you have any questions and we will be most happy to help you. Thank you.